You know, as expected, it was a great battle. Marquette's a great team. We were really, really concerned about Mertens and Carlson, and they both had great matches. I think our key was trying to not let them get the ball too much because they terminated at such a high rate. And I thought Carlson at the end, I mean, just was getting kills at will. They did a nice job of being in system. I think, you know, it was key that last serve. I think Bober served it and took him out of system, and that was critical because they were just too good in system.
Opening for questions.
Kirsten, going back to Game 3, they've got 3 chances to close you out and extend this thing. What were you thinking as you get to that point in the match, and were you nervous about what was going to play out in one of those situations?
You know, it is nice knowing you're up 2-0. So I think, you know, I felt confident. This team has been in a lot of tough situations, if it be in fifth game situations. You know, we've won a lot of games tight. So I anticipated they'd keep their composure, and they did. And then people came up with big kills, so that was big.
Let's talk about keeping your team. You said you figured your team would keep composure, or?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know Marquette enough to know whether they would, but yeah, our team has consistently. You know, we've got a nice mix of a lot of senior leadership. Megan, obviously, at the helm is huge for us, and then we've got a lot of youth. But our youth is used to winning. I mean, especially our 2 freshmen that are significant contributors. Were high school champs. Their club teams were national champions. So they also, you know, I'm confident with any of those kids at any game that they're, you know, we won't necessarily always win, but they're not going to freak out. They're not going to tip. I mean, one of the big things that we hit on is you swing for kills at end game.
Sure. For either one of your players, you convinced coach that you kept your composure. How were you feeling? Was that she reading it right, or were you putting on a good face? And were you nervous? Thought maybe this thing would go to a 4th game?
I think we were confident the whole time. We knew what we had to do to make the points, and even though they had game point on us a couple times, we knew we had to stay focused and nail the pass, and our hitters would put the ball away.
For either coach or for Megan, talk about the young lady in the middle and her ability to finish tonight. She was closing things out in a big way for you.
Meg? I mean, she did an outstanding job, and someone I definitely rely on a lot on the pins to carry a lot of load, and every time she comes up and answers. So Leah's definitely a player that I trust on the outside and can come up with big kills when we need it.
Leah has definitely proven at end game she steps up.
How are you feeling in that situation, Leah? Sophomore, it's a big stage. Kind of
I think it's a moment I live for.
Yeah.
I like being put under pressure, so I know that it's really crucial for me to put the ball down at that point. So that's what I try to do.
Yeah.